Hi friends, this is Crystal with the Freckled Paw Dog Training, and today I want to give you 5 tips on making sure that your dog is polite in public. I think a part of us gets a little embarrassed every time we take our dog out in public and they don't immediately listen to what we ask them to do. So these are the 5 tips that I want you guys concentrating on to keep your dogs polite in public and keep those embarrassing behaviors at bay. The first tip is to keep all your dog's feet on the floor. Even the kindest dog people don't want to be jumped on. Teaching your dog to mostly ignore people and to look to you for information is going to help them not to expect to go up and say hello to everyone they see. It teaches them to check back in with you and see if the interaction is appropriate, and also it helps to solidify that you are going to give your dog appropriate information in every interaction. Number 2 is barking. Yes, I know that dogs bark, but when it starts to get excessive, we need to do something about it. You should monitor when your dogs start to bark at things and see how long it takes them to get back under control. Having a high value treat like cheese or a hot dog can really help distract them if you're out in public, and it can help bring them back to reality if you're in a training session where your dog gets over threshold. Number 3, teaching your dog to pull over. And that means teaching them to calmly step out of the way of people coming by. Not everyone is dog savvy and not everyone wants to be greeted by your dog. Some people are just out enjoying nature, or they're just going for a walk and they're listening to a podcast and they don't want an interaction with you and your dog in that particular moment. So teaching your dogs to pull over to the side of the street or off of the sidewalk and sit or lay down and wait for people to pass by is an excellent skill, and it will elevate you from normal dog owner to exceptional dog owner. Number 4 is going to be teaching your dogs to settle and wait for things to happen. The only predictable thing about people is that they are unpredictable. So teaching your dogs a solid down stay or sit stay, or heck, even just stand beside you quietly while stuff is happening. People are getting in their cars, people are pulling out of the driveway, you have a gaggle of bicycles going past. Teaches them that unexpected things are no big deal because they know that they should just hang out and wait for it to pass. And the last polite in public tip gives your dog so much more freedom: a recall. Knowing that your dog is going to come back to you every time that you call them is such an important skill, and it allows your dog to be able to go so many more places and do so many more things. Not to mention that it also keeps them safe in any scenario that might come up. Those are today's 5 tips for being polite in public. If you have any questions, or if you need some help getting your dog's manners to where you want them to be, feel free to reach out, thefreckledpaw.com.